Nintendo!
Hey everyone, welcome back with Giga Mac, where today we're going to continue our playthroughs of Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. And our intro didn't even make it past the first fight. That's what you're gonna expect this whole run through, guys. Just me running through people with Lil Mac, you know, teaching them lessons, dishing out pain. Ain't dishing out hamburgers, that's for sure. Sorry, I had to hold for laughter there, folks. But anyway, yeah, so we're playing as Lil Mac here, one of my favorites, the hometown hero, you know, the hometown kid. You know, it's always funny to me the people that like say they had the theory where Little Mac is actually just like a Make-A-Wish kid that like got to beat Mike Tyson because that was his wish. It's so crazy, the goofiness of it all. People will come up with any sort of weird, wacky, crazy, stupid theories. Although I do like the one in, I think it's Captain Rainbow, in which he just got out in really terrible shape after Punch Out and got really super fat. That was pretty awesome, not gonna lie to you. The song Tomorrow's Passion is also pretty good too. It's a funny one too. But yeah, we're just tearing through people as our man Little Mac here. Haven't played Punch Out, but I would love to try it. It's a little too old for me at this point, but like I don't care what anybody says. There's no reason why there shouldn't be a modern day Punch Out for like the Switch or the Switch 2 at this point, actually. But oh, really? Come on now, get out of here. Because, I mean, yes, ARMS was given a chance. You know, it could not defeat Punch-Out, right? ARMS was probably, like, one of the first games where I was, like, super hyped about. Because my brother, you know, Topher, he's all really big into the Switch when it first came out. And, like, pretty much every game was going to be the greatest game of all time. And he got me on that hype train. Thankfully, I did not actually buy it. I just played ARMS after my brother, Topher, bought it. But, man, that was, yeah, I was not a fan of ARMS, to say the least. But I'm also not the biggest fan of motion controls, and I know if there is a Punch-Out game, that is likely what it's going to be again. Which, you know, I'd be willing to give it a shot. You know, if it's something like Wii Sports, similar to that, in a somewhat similar vein, just, you know, to a more advanced degree, then yeah, I wouldn't have an issue with that. But I don't know, we just have to see. Obviously, you know, before the Wii version, it worked in every form and function without motion controls. So, you know, even as an arcade kind of game. So, it's definitely something that they could get working on the Switch too if they really want to. A lot of people say that the reason why Punch-Out is never going to return is because of all the quote-unquote offensive stereotypes. Like, this might piss a lot of people off, but let's be honest, man. Like, there's no, like, black guys they're supposed to be thugs and Punch-Out. There's no Chinese dudes that are fighting you with chopsticks or anything like that. You know, it's pretty much be an American thing anyway. So, I mean, if they really want to, they could just make a Japanese exclusive, which I would hope would not be the case. But let's be honest, like, it's not like stereotypes that are all that crazy, right? Like, there's no, like, gay fighter that's sporting the freaking pride flag all over the place and is super flamboyant or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really an issue to a degree where I think most people would complain. There'd still be a few people because there's just some people where that, you know, you'd think it's their job to complain about stuff like that and be offended by everything, but which it might actually be. So, you know, I don't know, maybe there's ad revenue in it involved or something like that. I don't got a clue. But either way, I don't think that a modern day Punch-Out would be all that crazy. You know, who cares about Soda Popinski? He's not gonna make any Russians mad, and if they really want to, because of the war with the Ukraine, they could leave him out or something like that as a protest. Either way, the point I'm trying to make here So I'm not trying to get too political or anything like that, but it kind of comes to with the territory when you're describing these kinds of things. I don't think that would be a big deal, you know, in the public spotlight or anything like that. If, man, I am doing a terrible job here. That's my second continue. But nothing emasculates you more than Smash Bros. Trust me. I've said it a million times. But yeah, I mean, I just don't think that most people would complain about a modern day Punch Out and the stereotypes associated with it. And even if they did, yeah, it would release a lot of the charm about it, but they could still make it work, I feel like. So what do you guys think down below? Do you think that a modern day Punch Out could work? Or do you think people are too sensitive these days? But that said, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out next week's episode on Nintendo Tuesday. But above all else, please remember to have a nice day.